Attention passionate San Francisco 49ers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on San Francisco 49ers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true San Francisco 49ers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and San Francisco 49ers fans. Let's get to the news. Hey, 49ers fans, buckle up because there's some serious buzz flying around Baltimore, and it might just be one of those moves that could reshape the entire NFC West landscape. Rumors are swirling about San Francisco making a bold push to acquire Ronnie Stanley from the Ravens, and if this deal goes through, it could have huge implications for our offensive line, our Super Bowl aspirations, and the future of our franchise. Now let's break down what's happening, what it means for us, and why this could be one of the smartest moves John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan have been eyeing for some time. First off, let's talk about Stanley himself. The guy is an elite pass protector. We all know how important that is when you're trying to keep Brock Purdy upright and comfortable in the pocket. Ronnie Stanley, coming off a strong 2025 season, has shown he's still got it. He played 9 games last year with a PFF grade of 88, 7 ranking him among the top 10 left tackles in the league. His pass blocking, absolutely stellar at 90, 2 allowing just 2 sacks and 5 pressures over those 9 games. That kind of consistency is exactly what the 49ers need, especially on the blind side. As we all know, San Francisco has been one of the better teams at protecting their quarterback, but there have been moments where pressure has gotten through, especially in big moments. Adding a guy like Stanley could make that a thing of the past, or at least significantly reduce the pressure. Now, what's even more exciting is his career trajectory. He's played 102 games with a career PFF average of 89.2, and he's been selected to 3 Pro Bowls. That's no small feat. His peak came when he was at his best, anchoring the offensive line and protecting the quarterback with footwork and technique that few can match. He's shown resilience, bouncing back from injuries, including major ones in 2024, and returning with that same high level of play. His yards per route blocked 2.0, which is very solid, especially given his role on the line. What's driving this potential move? Well, the Ravens are in a bit of a rebuild mode. After a disappointing 5-4 start, Baltimore is shifting gears. They're prioritizing a defensive line-focused rebuild and making moves to free up cap space, including trading away Ronnie Stanley, who's valued at a relatively affordable price given his talent. The Ravens are also heavily centered on Lamar Jackson, but they're looking to prioritize youth and cap flexibility for a future that's less Lamar-centric, especially with the team's recent struggles to generate big plays, allowing 28 sacks and just 3-3 record in the AFC North. They're clearly positioning themselves for a rebuild, and trading Stanley is part of that plan. But here's where things get interesting for us. The 49ers, with their relentless pursuit of excellence, see Ronnie Stanley as a game-changer. His addition would solidify the blind side, giving Kyle Shanahan even more freedom to design aggressive bootleg plays and quick passes without the fear of immediate pressure. Brock Purdy would benefit immensely. We've seen how much more efficient our offense becomes when our tackles hold up. Purdy's completion percentage has been climbing, and with Stanley protecting his backside, we're talking about a potential plus 14% increase in CPOE. Projected, of course, but a clear indicator of how much smoother our passing game could become. On top of that, adding Stanley would elevate our offensive line from just good to elite. Currently, we're ranked around 22nd in sacks allowed, which isn't terrible but leaves room for improvement when competing against the best defenses in the league. If Stanley joins, that number could easily jump into the top 10, making us even more lethal in the run game as well. Christian McCaffrey's yards per carry would see a nice bump, going from 4.2 to about 4.8 yards per attempt, adding more efficiency and explosiveness to our rushing attack. Shanahan's scheme thrives on creating those big lanes, and Stanley's ability to open up space in the run game is exactly what we need to keep defenses honest. And let's not forget the other side of the ball. A stronger offensive line means longer drives, more sustained possessions, and fewer 3-and-outs. That keeps our defense fresh and creates those long, grinding drives that wear down opponents. Plus, with the added protection and efficiency, our chances of converting third and manageable situations skyrocket. That's a recipe for controlling games and setting ourselves up for playoff success. The betting odds for the Super Bowl are already shifting, with the 49ers moving from plus 1,800 to plus 1,000. That's a significant jump, and it reflects how much the addition of a guy like Stanley can boost our championship chances. He could be the X factor, similar to Tristan Wirfs back in 2024, who boosted Tampa Bay's protection and helped them make a deep playoff run. When you have a true anchor on the line, everything else on offense tends to fall into place. It's about building a team that's not just good enough to make the playoffs, but capable of winning it all. Now, let's take a moment to talk about the bigger picture. The 49ers have been knocking on the door for a few years now. We've been so close, but sometimes a single piece can push us over the edge. If we acquire Ronnie Stanley, it sends a message. We're serious about winning another Super Bowl. It's about making that final leap and establishing a dynasty. Shanahan's offense is already one of the most innovative and explosive in the league, but to truly contend with the likes of Kansas City or Buffalo, you need that extra edge, stability at tackle, elite pass protection, and the ability to run the ball effectively. Stanley brings all of that. Of course, there are questions. Will the Ravens be willing to let go of such a talented player? Can Stanley stay healthy and perform at a high level after coming back from injuries? These are valid concerns, but if the 49ers can get him at a reasonable price, say, by sending a second-round pick in 2026 and a fourth-rounder in 2027, it might be a risk worth taking, especially considering his proven track record and potential to anchor our line for years to come. The move would also make sense given the current cap situation and the need to rebuild the offensive line with youth and talent, rather than relying solely on aging veterans or inconsistent performers. This move, if it happens, could also signal a shift in our approach, more aggressive, more committed to securing a championship window that's now. San Francisco has always been about doing whatever it takes to win, and acquiring Ronnie Stanley would be a bold statement that the 49ers are all in, ready to push all their chips in and secure a spot in the Super Bowl again. It's about creating that perfect storm, a dominant offensive line, a dynamic offense led by Purdy, and a defense that keeps opponents at bay. In the grand scheme of things, this could be the move that elevates our team from potential contenders to serious champions. The NFC is tough, no doubt, but with Stanley protecting Purdy's blind side, our running game firing on all cylinders, and our defense continuing to be a nightmare for opposing offenses, the sky's the limit. The 49ers have built a culture of winning, and this move could be the catalyst that helps us finally reach the summit once again. And now, San Francisco 49ers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the 49ers. Do you think Stanley is the missing piece? Are you excited about the potential upgrade on our line, or do you think this move is too risky? Whatever your thoughts, I want to know. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates and insights, so stay tuned for the latest San Francisco 49ers news. This is an exciting time for our team, and I can't wait to see what the future holds. Let's keep the faith, stay loud, and get ready for another epic run. Go Niners!